All right, number 14, we want to simplify. We have several expressions going across here. So we have negative 5.2. All right, now I see minus and negative, so I'm going to go ahead and change that to plus. So it's a negative 5.2 and then minus a negative, which equates to plus 30.6 and then plus 30.9 and then plus 40.3 and then minus a negative, so another plus 13. So that minus and negative just adds to plus. So basically we're going to be adding all of these and just subtract 5.2. Since we only have addition and subtraction, it shouldn't affect it too much. If you were to add those first, it'll be exactly the same, but sometimes you got to be careful. You can't just switch the order when it's subtraction like that. But since it's addition, then you can add, and then the order in which you add doesn't change the problem, the end result. So I'll just go ahead and subtract these two and then add everything just like it is. So subtract from 6, take away 2, that will give me a 0.4. And then from 30, take away 5, that will give me 25. All right. So that's these first two terms, this one and this one. All right, so now we're going to add 30 and the 0.9. So adding the 30.9. So I'm going to add the 9 and the 4 first. That's going to give me 0.13. So I'm going to say adding those two is going to give me a 0.3. Carry the 10 over. So it'll give me 26 plus 30 will give me 56. So then we're going to add the 40. So the 0.3 will add to give us 0.6. And then the 56 and 40 will give us 96. And then lastly, we will bring down to add the 13. So when I add 13, there's no decimal behind this one, so we still keep our 0.6, and that will give us 109 when we add those together. So 109.6, and of course you can check that with a calculator. All right, and then our last one, we're going to do something similar just with fractions this time. So still, I will do 2 at a time. Maybe at this point you've talked about common denominators. That will be the best if you can do that. You have to be comfortable with multiplication. So minus a negative, I'm going to go ahead and write plus 5 over 6. And then minus 13 over 24. All right, so when finding a least common multiple, we want to find something that all of these numbers on the bottom will multiply to. So it will never be the smaller numbers, it will always be the bigger number. So I want to see, can I multiply 12 by something to get it to be 24? Yes, I can. 2. 3 times something to give me 24, 8. And then 6 times something to give me 24 would be 4. All right, so if that's the case, then 24 is going to be my common denominator. I'm going to go ahead and write 24 in one big fraction. In order to get 12 to be 24, I have to multiply top and bottom by 2. So 2 times 12 is 24. And then negative 1 times 2 will give me a negative 2. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing with 8. So we had a plus here for the next term. 3 times 8 was 24. So you got to do the same thing to top and bottom. 3 times 8, that's the 24. 8 times 8 is 64. And then bring down plus 6 times 4. So 4 on top and bottom will give you 24. 5 times 4 will give us 20. And then minus 13. We don't have to change this one, or you can write times 1. I'm going to multiply everything by something, but the bottom is 24. This is my numerator. We're going to subtract and add all the way across. Okay, so that will give me 62, 82 when you add 20, 82. That will give me 79, 69, 69 over 24. And 69 is divisible by 3, 24 is divisible by 3. So divide by 3, that will give me 23. Divide by 3, that will give me 8. So 23 over 8 will be our final answer.